Thomas, just going back to last season's success in the Champions League, do you rank that as the greatest achievement of your managerial career?
If I have to backfire quick, I would say yes, but in general, you know, I find it pretty hard to rate your achievements, because who wants to be the judge and who wants to say who wants to know? I mean, we tried, or I tried, and together with my staff and my team, to be the very best I can and to put the best out of my teams. And I did it when I was an under 14 coach in the youth academy, and I do it now. So yeah, to the outside and speaking about trophies and speaking about that, yeah, it's obviously the biggest title that I won so far, and it was a huge night and a big experience. But honestly, feels like it's a long time ago, and I think it's necessary that it feels like this. We are all focused for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most important game in Champions League campaign, because it's the only one that we play, and it's the first one in group stage, and that's what we're up to.
Nick Pure.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Can you just give us a quick injury update on Kanté and Pulisic, please? And just I saw Romelu after his goals at the weekend saying how, you know, he'd been dreaming about scoring at Stamford Bridge since he was 11 years old. I mean, that's a really powerful thing, isn't it, for him and you guys to be able to harness? And can you just, you know, kind of explain a little bit about, I guess, what that means to him and how that's helpful for you?
Well, maybe it's better you ask him in person, but I think you can even just estimate when you hear what he says, that he dreamed about it since he was a little boy, and now he has the opportunity to come back as a number 9 and the go-to guy up front, and to be the guy to help the team with goals. This is what he's up to. He's not shy of speaking it out loud. That's why he's our number 9. That's why we are lucky, very happy that we can be part of this experience and share the experience with him, because he's a lovely guy, nice guy, and a tough competitor. And you know we all know how important it is to have a good start for strikers and to not wait too long for their goals. So we are very happy that he helps us with his goals, and he has this experience so early in the season. First game at Stamford Bridge, and hopefully he can continue tomorrow to score and be decisive for us. The injury update is Christian did not train with us. He is in that, we said before, after national break, in that period of 10 times where we want to bring him, 10 days where we want to bring him back to the pitch. So he's still in treatment and individual training. N'Golo had 2 training sessions yesterday and today, but Champions League game comes a bit too early. We don't take the risk now at this moment of the season. So we decided to give him another load tomorrow in training. Then he will have a day off with all of us, and then he will rejoin team training on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, to be absolutely fit for and ready for Tottenham game.
Dave White now.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Simple question from me, Thomas. How has winning the Champions League changed your mentality?
Mine personally?
Yeah. Do you feel different?
For some days I felt different, yeah. I felt pretty good. But it's a tough one. I think that it's in the end, nothing is like winning. You can ask me. I reached the final. I was lucky to reach the final with my team the season before, and I had the feeling that it's a big achievement. But not to do the last step is a huge difference. When you realize what it means when you do it, like the perception from outside, the joy, the experience, the confidence that your team gets by winning it. It's like, I experienced this for the first time maybe in academy when we were able to win the German title with the under 19 of Mainz, and I was in charge as the head coach, and we had the feeling to be qualified for a semi-final and final was already a big achievement. But when you do the last step, it's nothing compared to it. Then it really changes something, I think, for everybody. But the most important is not to look back. The most important is to keep the feeling and to keep the hunger, that because that feeling feeds, like also creates a hunger for more, and it's addictive. And in general, is about winning. This game is about winning, because winning changes your feeling, your atmosphere here within the building, your work atmosphere. It changes it completely, and it gives you natural confidence. But at the same time, it is absolutely necessary to forget it and to start from scratch, to show this hunger and mentality again. And this is what I feel and what I demand from myself and from everybody else around, that we don't change in terms of hunger. We will have this experience together forever, and we can create a bond out of it, and we can create confidence out of it. But it is about looking up front in sports and taking up challenges which are coming, and this is the next step is tomorrow.
Hi Thomas, I wanted to ask you, you've got a 12-man bench for tomorrow, so it'll probably mean you'll call people like Loftus-Cheek, Malang Sarr, Barkley for the first time. What's your message for these players? Why did you register them for the Premier League and Champions League? And are they in a spot where they need to get ready for these games, or do you think it's realistically difficult for them to play?
Listen, it's very easy. If you get registered, it's your duty to be ready. When you dress up in this dressing room and when you come here to Chelsea every day, then it's your duty to be ready. This is the baseline for everything. You need to be ready. And you step into this building and you step on the training pitch, you have to be ready, and you have to be ready once you are on the list. You have to be ready every day to train and every day to play. This is the baseline for everything. Nobody gets a gift here. Malang is in the squad tomorrow. Ruben is in the squad. He was already in the squad in Liverpool and I think even in Arsenal. I don't know, in Liverpool and against Villa. Ross Barkley was in the squad against Aston Villa. We have a tight group. It's a small group. It's a high quality group. So they did now a first step. Whatever reason, they did not find other clubs. They did not accept other clubs. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Now they deserve to do the next step and be part of this group. And once you're part of this group, you have to match the high expectations which we have to ourselves. And this is as simple as I said. You have to be ready. So when they are in the group, then they need to do everything to be match ready. I have the feeling that they are. Otherwise, we would not have put them on the list, and otherwise they would not be on the bench. But they're showing a good mentality. They put their personal situations aside. They live it day by day. And this is what we demand. And from there, no promises are made, but anything can happen.
Arthur Quezada, TNT.
Hello, Thomas.
Hi.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
All right.
Loud and clear.
At the beginning of the last Champions League, Chelsea was not appointed as one of the candidates for the title. Now you are the current champions. Can we put Chelsea among the favorites this season?
You can do what you want. It will not change our approach. We came a bit out of the shadow, like you said. Maybe before nobody would have thought that we will be the winners of this competition in the end. But believe it or not, I think there are so many teams who can win it. You need a bit of luck, you need a momentum, you need a good group, but there are so many teams out there who have a good group, a strong club and good players and good coaches. So this competition is a very open competition. And like you also see in other sports, it's anything is possible if you believe, if you have a momentum, if you have luck, and this is what we had. We had a strong bond, and it was not like we did not deserve to win it. In the end, we were maybe a bit of a surprise to win it, but it was not undeserved. So this can happen to anybody, and this is how we start. We start from scratch. We start with 0 points. Zenit comes here with 0 points, 0 goals. So everybody has the same chances, and it's the target is reach our own top level every single game. If we do this, anything is possible. If we don't do it, we will not have a chance to belong in Champions League. It's as easy as that.
Okay, last two for Thomas. Matt Law and Andy Dillon to finish. Matt.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Could I ask you about Ben Chilwell, please? He played in the Champions League final for you, and rather surprisingly, that's his last minute of football, either for club or country, since that moment. I just wondered whether you'd spoke to him about his situation at the moment, how you see him, and also the England situation, because he didn't play a single minute in the Euros and he was dropped from the squad. Do you think that's been difficult for him?
Yes, that has absolutely been difficult for him, and I think it's pretty normal. He came from like you said, from a Champions League win and from a 90 minutes and a strong performance, and had a good end of the season in general, and played a lot of minutes for us in many important crucial games on high level. Then it was individually for him personal a tough Euros, because there were chances, I think, where he thought that he could have played. He did not. So personally, I think it was and I know that it was a tough one, because you feel he did everything to push the team. You feel as part of the team, but you don't feel it really if you don't sweat it out sometimes on the pitch, and if you never wear the shirt, and if you're never really involved. It is a strange feeling. And then, of course, it was necessary. So to keep also training for 4 or 5 weeks continuously. And then he had a personal break. It was hard for him to totally relax and to get this disappointment, his personal disappointment, which he did never put out on the team, but his personal one, individual one, like off the shoulders. And yeah, when he arrived here, I felt him a bit mentally tired. A bit like still worrying about the situation, and at the same time he had to accept. So he was very unlucky, I think, like also now during the start of the season, because Marcos was here the whole pre-season. He did every single training session, and he took this opportunity so great, and with such a huge quality and attitude. So Marcos was crucial for us from the first day in training, and then he delivered on Chile's position, and these are two specialists for the same position, so this is a tough competition for both of them. We had some talks with Chile about the situation. He knows that I would have done the same thing if it would have been the other way around, to trust him if he was here and showed this kind of personality and attitude like Marcos did. And I think they are like concurrents, but at the same time they push each other, and there are no further worries for Chile. He has to be a bit patient and keep on training. He is now. It took some time. He had to give him a little bit of time to be a bit more patient with himself, to find the joy again, and to find things a little bit more easier on the pitch, and to not want to force it too hard. And this is where we are now. And unfortunately, we only had 3 substitutes in the last matches in Premier League. Otherwise, we would have made him play some minutes. But he's in the race now. Situation has changed for him. He's in a good shape. He's in a good mental shape, attitude, and in a good shape on the pitch. So can play any minute.
Last question, Andy Dillon.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, good.
Good. I was going to ask a little follow-up question on Ben, but more importantly, may I ask about you? You were talking earlier in the press conference about not doing the final step with PSG, and then you did the final step with Chelsea, but you didn't do the early step with Chelsea. You came in and halfway through. I just want to explore your mind and do you feel like you would need to go the whole way with Chelsea now to truly consider it your win in the Champions League?
You know, I never was never a problem for me to accept and totally accept the work from Frank that he has done throughout group stage. Of course, this is what I accept, and this was the situation when we came in. But it still feels, it still feels like my title. Does not feel like half a Champions League that I won, and I absolutely accept that Frank has his part in this. This is like it is. But in the moment of the final, I was responsible, and during the knockout games, so it felt like. It felt in this moment like my team and like that we are together in all this, and this does not mean that we deny the work and the effort that Frank did. So do we have the feeling that we have something, or me personally, that I have something to prove, that I can bring teams through group stage? No, this has nothing to do with it. And your question implies that we want to win it again, but we also need to accept like how tough this is. So nobody's shy here to admit that we fight for any competition we play in. So when we play Champions League, we fight for the maximum outcome. And this is tomorrow, 3 points. It might sound super boring, but it's like this. And we want to have a good start tomorrow, and we need to start from scratch. And let's see how long this journey takes us. Hopefully, I can prove to you and myself that I can make it all the way. But it's a bit early to talk about it, and it's no hard feelings so far. We go with a positive feeling tomorrow, and this is very important in it.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everyone. Cesar will be on shortly.
Hi there. As the reigning captain who lifted the trophy last year, how does it feel to go back into the tournament now, looking to try and do it all again from the start?
Well, of course, it felt very special. Of course, everybody we enjoy a lot that night in Porto, but now there is a new challenge ahead of us. We start from zero, every team in Europe, so we know that we have to fight hard to get where we want to be, and starting from tomorrow it's gonna be a difficult game. We know that there is not a lot of room for mistakes, so from tomorrow we have to be focused. Whatever we did in the past, of course, was very special, but that won't give any advantage for this season. We have the experience, we have the desire, we are hungry to go farther, and we have to show that tomorrow.
Cheers, Keith. We move on to James to talk sport.
Hi, Cesar. Do you feel like Chelsea have a stronger squad this season than they did last season? And when you talk about players that have come in, how much of a boost has it been having Romelu Lukaku, who's just got off to such a brilliant start on the pitch already?
Hello. Of course, every year we try to improve. That's I think is very natural from the players that we are here from last season. The club always try to improve the team every year, and of course Romelu is a great addition for the team. We know with his experience, with his desire, his ambition to help the team. Of course, we feel stronger because that gives you confidence as well. Coming back from a Champions League trophy, that lifts the confidence of everybody, and the new additions always they try to help to add their qualities to the team, and we have the challenge that we want to face together, and we have to show it every day.
If I can ask you about Saul, who got off to quite a difficult start on Saturday, what's his response been so far? But are you confident that he will be a success at Chelsea? It's only early days, I guess.
Yes, of course. Saul is a great player. I know him since his days in the national team. He has a great experience at the highest level with Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And of course, when he signed for Chelsea, he has a bit of a stressful last hours of the transfer window. He arrived, new country, just few training sessions, first game against a good opposition that they were very aggressive. So, it's normal. Sometimes you need a bit more time to adapt. His response has been absolutely spot on. His desire to improve, asking questions. He wants to adapt as quick as possible. But, some players, we need more time than others. That's completely natural. He has our full support. He's a great addition. I'm very happy to to have him in our team, and I'm sure that he will keep growing and helping the team because we need from everybody, and I'm sure that he will be an important player in the season.
James, we'll move on to Matt Barlow, please.
Hello, Cesar.
Hi, Matt.
Hi. When you arrived at Chelsea, you were European champions, and the team made a bit of a mess of the defence of the competition. Do you think it will be different this time, and why?
Well, I hope. Of course, it was a very bad experience, quite painful because I came from Marseille, and we reached in my 2 years there in Marseille quarter-final and last 16 of the competition. So when I arrived to Chelsea just after winning the Champions League, was a tough moment to get to be out of the group stage after being the champions of Europe, and this, because I'm the only one that I am in the squad from that moment, but I will try to help with this experience that it doesn't happen again, because as I said before, there is no, we don't get more points this season because we are the champions, so we start from zero. It's a new challenge. We face tough opponents in the group stage already, so we have to be ready for it, and hopefully we can get through, because it's our objective. We want to fight for everything, and this experience hopefully helps us to go forward.
Okay, we'll move on to John at BBC.
Hi Cesar, how are you?
Hello.
As you touched on there, you've been at the club a long time. You've seen some good squads along the way. How would you say this one compares? Because on paper it looks unbelievably strong.
Yeah, I was lucky to share a lot of moments with very good squads, very good players, top quality. I think the comparisons they are not good. Everybody, we are different. We have different qualities. Football also is evolving, and I think when I look back in my first season in the Premier League and I see now how football has changed, I think it's completely different. So I see this squad with a great potential, great ambition. We have a healthy competition, a very good group of lads that we won, and we try to train hard and go forward, because we have an exciting season ahead of us, and we want to fight for everything. But that will reflect in the daily work that we do here, how we commit to each other, how we live our job, and I think that atmosphere that we created last season together with the club, with the staff, was a big difference to get the Champions League trophy, and we have to take care of it, because this season, starting from zero, every team wants to be the champions of Europe, and we have to be ready for it.
You mentioned Romelu Lukaku a moment ago, and we've seen what he's done on the pitch, but what kind of impacts he had off the pitch, as in the dressing room as a leader? What's he been like?
Yeah, Romelu is a great personality, a great character, a great leader. He is very, very vocal. He's ambitious. He helps everybody. Trying to help the teammates, offensive teammates, where we can be more dangerous. His presence also is. You respect him, and when the defenders they see him. Of course, he's a big lad and powerful, and he can create chances at any time. We saw it last Saturday, how efficient he was, and this is massive for us. The impact that he has had already on the pitch, but also off the pitch, has been immense, and we are very happy because he's a top quality player.
Cheers, John. We'll move on to Matt now. Matt.
Hi, Cesar. It was Matt who brought up that first Champions League defence you were part of, so I blame him for that. But on the back of that, Roberto Di Matteo lost his job. And you've had a number of Chelsea managers since then. I just wondered how Thomas Tuchel compares to them, and whether now that you've literally won everything, captains your club and your country, whether he can still tell you off, or what he does to keep you on your toes still?
Of course, he keeps me on my toes. I'm a person that I don't like to live from the past. I always try to look forward, to see and to improve myself every single day when I come for training. I know how football works, and I know that you cannot live from the past, that you have to show it every day. I had the chance to have the confidence from the club since my first day and from the managers that I had in the past. And that's how I live, and that's how I want to be, to improve every day. I played in many positions. In this case, with Thomas, we changed the system in a back three. I played sometimes with back. He's a manager that wants full focus from everybody, and I try to lead by example every day, coming for training, giving my best, and hopefully getting the results that we all want to get.
Sorry, on the reverse of that,
yeah.
Given that Roberto Di Matteo lost his job just a few months after winning the Champions League, does that keep Thomas Tuchel on his toes?
That's the decision from the club. I was here when Roberto lost the job. He was the manager when I arrived here. He won 2 titles in few months in charge. I will be always grateful for him for taking me here and the months that we were together. And of course that was the decision from the club, and now Thomas will want to do what he tried to do since his first day, trying to win trophies, to play well and get the result that we all here at Chelsea we want to get.
Okay, we go to James now.
Hi Cesar.
Hello, hi James.
You know better than probably anybody the sort of expectations and demands on Chelsea. Even though you won last season, it's still about winning more and more. But you can't win any better. There's no bigger trophy to win than the Champions League. So, what does success look like then this season for you? Do you look at maybe the title as more of a focus, or the double even?
I never had, a kind of, when you start the season, to choose what could be a success or not. Success means winning trophies, the biggest that we can get. Of course, Champions League is the biggest, but there is, I always felt since I arrived here that Chelsea fights for every trophy. And it's gonna be the case this season. We will go for every single competition with the fully focus on trying to get as far as possible. We know that every year is more and more difficult now. Coming as a champions of Europe, every team wants to beat us, and we have to be ready for it, because it's a new challenge that we are facing, and it's gonna be a tough one to do it.
Do 2 more now, starting with Adam Lucy.
Hi Cesar.
Hi Adam.
You've obviously been at Chelsea a long time, club legend, but your contract does come to an end at the end of this season. Just wanted to ask, what are your feelings at the moment in terms of your longer term future? Because you're obviously only 32 still.
Well, not at all. I mean, I don't have any concerns. I feel fully trusted by the club since I arrived. In this moment, it's true that my contract ends in June, but I'm just focused on what is next, which is to train, to play the best I can, and everything will take care of itself. I don't need to say anything more. I just feel that I have to keep doing the things that I'm doing, and everything will come by itself. I of course, I love to be here. I feel loved since I arrived, and of course, my aim is to be here for as long as I can.
Cheers. We're going to finish this off with Matt Nash.
Hi Cesar.
Hi Matt.
I was just wondering if you can pinpoint a game or a moment last season where you believed we can go on and win the Champions League from here. Was there a point where your mindset changed and you thought, this is something we can go on and win?
Well, it's difficult to say one moment, because we faced only in the knockout stage we faced Atletico Madrid, which was a team that had experience in the competition, and they reached to Champions League finals. that they were top of the league in Spain, that they were the champions afterwards. And you know, when you face them, and I think we clearly dominate and we played very well and we got the result, you feel, well, we are one step closer to the final. But then you play Porto, which everybody might expect it to win easily, but was quite tough, and we had to fight really hard to get through. But you know, the moment we faced Real Madrid, and they are the kings of Europe for a long time, they won the competition, they had players with great experience, and I think, you know, I was on the pitch, we were only 1-0 up, and you know, 1-1, we could go to extra time. And because the way we played, I think we were much better than them. We felt more dangerous. We looked strong, but we were only 1-0 up. And the moment we scored that second goal, you know, it felt like, yeah, that's it. Because I've seen many times Real Madrid, you know, pulling goals at the last minute when everybody was feeling that they were dead. And you know, I had this on the pitch. I said, well, we have to score the second goal because they are dangerous until the end, until the last second can be very dangerous, because they had experience. And you know, the strength to not give up, you know, from our side, and to be resilient to score the second goal was the moment where I felt, well, now we have overcome a great team like Real Madrid, and with their experience, because we are quite young lads, that for lots of them it was the first semi-final. was something where I said, well, now I think we feel strong, and from then, you know, the final against Man City, we wanted to win. I think the desire was incredible from everybody, and as I said before, the atmosphere that we created as a group, the preparation, not only the players, the staff, the ones that we were lucky to play, the ones that didn't play, that made the difference for me. And you know, to see the joy from the players, the families, the staff, the club afterwards, that's something that I will always remember.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.